Used to think it didn't even matter. Now I see it in the way we live. If we don't choose, it's chosen for us. That matters. You matter. Right now matters. Vote for your future. The people over the parties.
Got one with this one, Melody.
King for governor. King for governor. Governor.
The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right. The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right.
King for governor.
We decide. We decide. And if we don't, nah, we decide.
King for governor.
The people over the parties. The people over politics.
King for governor.
The law of the land includes your voice. We decide. We rise. The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we stand, we stand
King for
together.
governor.
The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right. The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right.
King for governor. King for governor. Governor. King for governor. King for governor. Governor. King for governor. King for governor. Governor. King for governor.
Blessings, everyone. This is Dr. David D. King with the People Over the Party show, and I have an amazing guest today. You know, it's supposed to be Think About It Tuesdays. So my Think About It Tuesday today is going to be about an author, and I got her here. She's an author, an educator, an academic coach. She all of that and more, y'all, because I just sat backstage and we was talking and I found out a lot about her and she found out a lot about me, and we're about to have some fun. So let me introduce to y'all my guest today, and I just met her today. So y'all know how I do. I love putting people on the spot. I love just grabbing them and bringing them on the show and talking about good things. And I'm gonna let her introduce herself to you guys. I'm gonna let her tell y'all some stuff, and then we're gonna talk, and then we're gonna talk, and then we're going to talk. All right? So I would love to introduce to y'all Dominique Brown. God bless you.
God bless you.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me here. Like he said you are, he just grabbed me, okay? I was doing a nice little tour. It was a nice day. And Lord saw fit for me to sit here on this couch. And I thank God for
Hey, amen. Let me rephrase that, y'all. I'm sorry. Let's give honor where honor is due. Evangelist
it. Ooh.
Dominique Brown.
Indeed. Indeed. I am Evangelist Dominique Brown, and I'm here today only by the grace of God. I thank you. I thank you for allowing me to have this space in this place and to be a part of your show. Like, this is exciting.
Oh, I want you to say that in the middle of the show, too.
Uh-oh.
No, but why don't you tell everybody about you?
Sure. So I'm an educator, and I've been an educator for over 26 years. In this field, I have actually been a part of the lives of kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. And I say that because in one part of it, I was a librarian. So I got to see everybody throughout the building.
Mm.
Yes. But right now, I'm actually a high school teacher. Love it. Didn't know I would love it as much as I do, but I do. And I'm a high school English teacher at Destiny High School here in the grand old city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I thoroughly enjoy it. I love being with the kids.
All right. See, that was short compared
That
to
was
what
short. Yeah.
compared to what we just talked about before we came on air. You guys, but what she didn't tell y'all is that she is the teacher of the year.
I am.
Tell them.
I am. I'm the teacher of the year for Destiny High School. Thank you. Shout out to my colleagues and my staff. I work with a really good group of people who are very nurturing and caring. So they make my job easy. Okay. I just want to put that out there. They make it smooth. And my students as well. I also was recognized for the Milwaukee Metropolitan Black Alliance Association. And I got the teacher of the year for that as well to represent my school. So yeah, he's you know, a lot of times people don't really, share that much about themselves and be that boastful. Well, it's not boastful. And that's why I just be scared. I don't want to seem boastful, Yeah.
Yeah, it's not being boastful. It's more about accepting the accomplishment that God allowed you to accept.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you did that, but it's also to the glory of God. And so
To God be the glory.
yes. So it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing to be acknowledged that because it also show your compassion and your caring for the young people
Yes.
as well.
Yes, sir.
Talk about the academic coach for a minute before we get to the altar, because I want to talk about that. What is an academic coach?
So you have young teachers
Okay.
that need guidance. You also have teachers who have been in the field for a while, but it's some things that they may struggle with a little bit. And I'm there. I've been there to help in those capacities. I've shadowed some teachers, and I have also taken over some classrooms and modeled how some things should look. So that's what academic coaching looks like from my standpoint. It also looks at, or I rather, look at what you're doing and give you some, tips and tricks on how to make your life easier in the classroom because it's not easy being a teacher. And just some of us make it look easy because of the time and effort that we put in behind the scenes. You have to put the work in behind the scenes. So that's another thing that I, let them know that when you put the work in behind the scenes, when you go to execute it, it looks seamless, it looks easy. So that's just a little bit of what I do.
Okay. So you encourage them, you help build them.
Everything you don't learn in school when you're in college. They could tell you some things, but then when you get into the classroom, that's a whole different ball game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you have to learn your kids. And some things they don't, especially with young teachers, they have this life and they have this vigor and they're excited. But then when they're put in that situation and there's some kids coming in, little Johnny, little Johnny didn't have a good night and little Johnny ready to test you.
Right.
And you have to learn how to deal with those children. You have to learn how to love on them. And when you love on them, the little Johnny gonna respect you. And anybody who want to give you a hard time the next day, little Johnny gonna have your back.
Right. And I get it when it comes to teachers. Shout out to all of y'all that teach because I know it's not easy. I coach high school basketball, and sometimes you just look at them and say, make that make sense. Because you're dealing with the child, you're dealing with the parents, and then sometimes you get too involved and you done got wrapped up in the household. And so, but that's good that new teachers, old teachers, just teachers in general, have someone they can go to and say, hey, I'm doing it this way. Is there a better way to do it? Like you said, I mean, I'm a business coach and a business consultant, and I teach business classes. And there's been people that went to school for business, and they say, wait a minute, what you giving us, we didn't get in school. No, because they're not going to give you that because most of them that's in school never ran a business.
Right. Right.
So how they going to be able to tell you when things happen or certain person don't come in or part of the equipment breaks down or customer that's frustrated. So that's the same thing when you're dealing with the kids. The kids got a problem, the parents got a problem. Then if you get too close, then the school system be like, hold on, you ain't got no business doing all that. So it's good to
It's a
have.
fine line.
Yeah.
It's a fine line.
And you got to find that line too.
Yes. I like when you said that, hey, I didn't experience this in the classroom. That's why even in my classroom, I give case studies.
Mm.
I have this curriculum that I have built for people to grow from sinking sand to this open heaven. So that's an adult series that I have. And I have case studies embedded into that curriculum because everything isn't the same. And you have these different realities that you aren't familiar with, but they actually exist. And so when you read those, and then you can kind of box people into, oh, okay, they're in sinking sand. Oh, they're on the rough side of the mountain. They climbing, they getting up out of this thing. You know, she got it going on. She's doing XYZ. She's in the open heaven. So these case studies, and we got to do that in life too. Give people scenarios.
Right.
You could tell a new teacher or even a teacher, a seasoned teacher, what a classroom may look like. What would you do? That's how you work through it. And then they can, see themselves in that situation. And then when they're in that classroom again and they can see that thing and they're able to point it out. And then, it makes for a better day. It makes for a better year because you know how to tap in. It's all about tapping in.
All right, educator. Tapping in. Tapping in.
A little tap, tap.
I remember coming up in school and one of my teachers, Miss Hayes, I loved it, Miss Hayes. She knew how to tap into me and get the best out of me, Even when I'm ready to be that class clown, she knew how to tap in and be like, David, and wheel me in because she was my math teacher. And she knew I love math. She knew that was my gift, math. I can skip and be back for test time and pass. So she tapped into me, and I never forgot Miss Hayes because of what she done for me. And as a teacher, besides the parents, you guys are the ones that's helped shaping up the next generation.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put you on your academic coach on the spot for a minute.
Uh-oh.
Looking at camera.
Not the testing.
Looking at camera
Sure.
and tell someone who just graduated high school and want to go to school for teaching. Give them some encouraging words.
So for all of you who just got out of high school and you're like, I'm about to go be a teacher. This is my passion. This is what I want to do. I'm going to tell you this. Don't get discouraged. Don't feel defeated because there are going to be some rough days. There are going to be some trying days. There are going to be some days where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, but just know your why. And over these 26 years, I have come across my why. I just went to one of my students' graduation. I had her in 6th grade, and she just graduated from UWM in the ASL program. And now she's on her way to New York to teach sign language in school. So guess what? You have to remember your why. This is what I would tell you to do. In the beginning of your years, write yourself a letter. Write yourself a letter. So then you could go back to that letter on a rough day. And then you'll remember your why. Don't throw that letter away. You're going to have some other rough days. Go back to that letter so that you can remember your why. That is what's going to make a difference. I have so many stories of students that have persevered, students who have overcome situations and things that they never thought they would. They call me, they reach out to me on Facebook, and they know they're my kids. The last group I just had said, we love you, Mrs. Brown, because you don't say that we're your students. You say we're your kids, because you are my kids. So that I would just say that, make sure that you know why you're in it, because everyone knows it's not for the pay. So make sure you know why you're in it. You're in it to make a difference. You're in it to instill godly wisdom and to instill wisdom that will take them further in life educationally so that they can empower the next generation. It's kingdom building.
Oh, you done started using my words now.
That's my
But
word too. I just, I just found out that was your word.
that's because it's technically it is. It's straight kingdom building.
It is.
Is taking care of the next generation. And I always tell people with the wisdom God has given me, I want to die empty. I want to pour it out to everybody. So that anybody that want to know, how do I do this? Here it is. I don't hide it because he said, freely I received it, freely give it. So, shout out to that. I got to ask you the question that I asked you backstage now. I know we talked about a lot back there.
Right. I'm like, which one?
As one of my my dream, my goal is to, once I become governor, to break Wisconsin away from the federal education system. That Wisconsin can create its own curriculum, own everything, because we know it's not a one size fit all. Right. As an educator, do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea?
Well, right now in education, a lot of educators are creating their own curriculum. So you wouldn't be far from what's already taking place.
Okay.
It's just not on the books.
It's just not on the books.
So what you would be doing would be freeing up the teachers in the state of Wisconsin to be able to flow freely in their classrooms, to take the shackles off, if you will.
Okay.
Because we know our kids.
Right.
We know the society we live in. We know the advantages and the disadvantages that they go through. So if we can incorporate things in our curriculum that we know will make our children be successful, that's a great thing.
Okay, educator. I like that. That makes me feel good now.
Make you feel good.
Yeah, it made me feel
But
good.
yeah, it takes all of that off of you. It's a heavy weight and a heavy burden to throw out and teach something that isn't really for your own.
Right.
And so we always have to tweak it. Teachers, we tweaking all the time. We're bringing in certain things that may have happened in our communities and putting it into the lesson to make it live, because we have to make it live. If you want your children to receive you, you have to make it live. You have to bring in things that they're accustomed to, that they're used to, that they may have heard. And the shock value is, how you know that, Mrs. Brown?
Right.
How you know that? How you know that word? How you know that saying? How you know that TikTok? You have to bring all that in, and that's not necessarily in the curriculum.
Right.
But you have to make it live so that they can receive you, and then they're going to flourish. They're going to get into those lessons, and they're going to deep dive because you have broken away. But if you taking the shackles off of us, we free.
Free to do it.
And we don't feel like we're doing something wrong.
So you know what else I think? I think if we did that, when you talked about being free, I think if we did that, we'll see the reading score goes up. We'll see the math scores goes up. We'll see the graduation rate goes up. I mean, it's just so much when you're free. I remember
they get excited when you're free.
I remember I used to be the director in Wisconsin.
Okay.
And Young Life was dealing with high school and smaller children, and to getting them to know Christ and everything like that. And the way they set up the program or how you're supposed to do certain things, I had to go to them and say, okay, that ain't gonna work in the inner city. We can't do that. I cannot gravitate those kids and grab a guitar, get behind a fire and say kumbaya.
Right.
I gotta bring in gospel rappers. I can't slap them in the face with a pie because they'll start fighting one another. I gotta be able to come to them. Instead of pulling them out of their world, I gotta go into that world. That's how we change their lives when we go in. So when I became a basketball coach, it was funny because I was pastoring but wasn't coaching. So I didn't understand what this means. When I say something good, they go, I'm like, what? They be like, oh no, we agreeing with you. I'm like, oh, or they'll do this. And I'll be like, Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So I had to come in their world, right? And when they say something good, I go, and they be like, "Oh, I do this," and they be like, "Oh, look at them trying to get like us." And I was with my son just graduated, and his niece was there, and she's in college right now, and she was trying to convince him to go to the same college, and she gonna say to him, "You need to come here because I'm the sauce," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, what?" She was like, "I'm the sauce." I'm like, "What do you mean you the sauce?" That means I'm the one. I got it going on. I'm like,
Mhm.
"Oh, okay." So, like you were saying, it's free to let you guys get in their world to help them, and then that empowers so many lives, and that's the part that I'm looking for, even as being governor, that we will be able to transform lives. Because here's the thing: we got a lot of food deserts in
Mhm.
Milwaukee, and we got a lot of crime. Is because we got a lot of uneducated young people. And one thing that people don't understand is, you know why Dubai doesn't have crime? You know why you can't go to Dubai and act like you a fool and clown, party over? None of that is because Dubai understands if there's crime, our economic is affected by the crime. So they're not letting you clown. They say we got million of people coming here, tourists coming here,
Yeah.
making our money. You think we're gonna let you mess up our money? No. What we're going to do is shut this down. And I think that if we will invest in our children and give them an opportunity to dream again, then I think that we'll see crime drop and economic rise.
Yes.
That's the only way. And the reason I'm going in that route because I'm going to the author in you now. So which way do you want to start with the author? You want to start with the devotion prayer books, or do you want to start with the children?
We can start with the children book.
Okay.
So I have created this line of children books called Uniquely Us. We are all born with God-given talents. You would agree, right?
I agree with that.
Right. So we aren't all the same. And we shouldn't all feel different or feel bad about our differences. And that's what my line is about. So the first one that I started was The Remarkable Riley.
Oh,
Yes. And so Riley has these little quirks where she walks around with her little rock. And her rock is like her good luck rock. And she has this little stuffed animal that's like a dinosaur with wings. And people laugh because she marches to her own drum.
mm,
She could care less what anybody's doing. Riley's gonna hum and sing her little songs all to herself and be by herself and do her work. And everyone else is looking like, why is she like that? Why is she different? Because we are uniquely made.
yes.
And so that I did this story first about Riley, and it was with so much success, just about her, and just a little piece of her story is a poem at the end where it says, I may not walk the way you do or like the things you say are cool. My socks don't match. I sing off key. But guess what? That's just me being me. I dream in colors bright and loud. I stand out in a crowd. I dance in rain. I skip in snow. I ask things I want to know. Some say, why? And I say, why not? I see a treasure where you see a spot. I think in zigzags, loops, and swirls, a masterpiece in a world of pearls. So if you're different, just like me, don't hide away. Let yourself be free. The world needs every voice and hue, especially one as rare as you.
Ooh,
We're all different.
yes.
We're all different, and we need to embrace that. And I shared with you backstage that a little bit of myself is in each of these books
Mm,
because I was always one who just liked to play hopscotch by myself at recess because that's an individual game. You don't need people to play it. I can have my rock and I can skip and do that all by myself. And I was content
right.
where everybody's off playing and they're not understanding why. But as I grew up, it was because I started thinking he's molding me into
Mhm.
something different. I played the clarinet. You don't have to have a whole band behind you to play that clarinet. You could do solos. You could do solos with that clarinet. So it was like I was never really in a team sport, but he showed me that I've always needed you in a quiet space so that I can pour into you, so that I can make you and mold you to who you are today, so that you can then, go out and speak to people and understand. But I needed you off by yourself so that I can pour into you.
And so, in other words, then Raleigh is a person that can relate to a lot of people because, I remember my son ever since he was 4 years old. I used to always say 4 things to him at that age. I told him I love you. I'm godly proud of you. You're a leader, and you're a mighty man of God. And he just graduated, and for the basketball team, he was nominated the most motivated leader. So he always carried that leadership role in classroom, on the basketball court. Now, he didn't score all the points, but he was the leader. He was in motivating. He was in, and
he took what you gave him because you motivated him.
Yes.
And
I constantly tell him all the time. And I told him, though, in life, you got 2 choices. You can have a leader reward or a follower reward. And it's okay to be different. To this day, they'll still tell you I'm different. They be like, nobody can control him. I'm not controllable, but God. And I always tell people, even on the campaign trail, I never tell you what you want to hear, but I'll tell you what you need to hear because he made me that way to be unique and be my own. And if you don't like what I said, guess what? I'm still okay.
And most leaders are unique.
Yes.
You have to be set apart.
You gotta be.
You have to be. And that's what it's okay because you're being molded into something greater. With Mikey the Marvelous.
Okay.
He's my pastor.
Mikey the Marvelous.
He's my pastor, but he and I co-wrote that book together to show he's always stood out. It's always been different, but it molded him into the man that he is today.
Right.
So he was a track star. He went to school on a full scholarship. He went to Morehouse. He's now a doctor in theology. He is a superintendent of the Lily of the Valley District under the tutelage of Bishop Hines. Like, he's growing. He's continuously growing, but he was set apart. He was always different, if you will, but God was molding him, and God was building his character and making him into the man he is today, so that, being in leadership, you have to learn how to be alone sometimes.
Oh, yes.
You have to learn that. And so I believe in the Uniquely Us series, it shows that it's okay to have that time because you're growing in greatness.
Yes.
You're blooming.
Yes.
So we all know it's that seed, right? When you're starting to plant things, and that seed doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
But it's a process. And so when you're going, and everybody has that awkward stage in life. Yes. But leaders, we stay in it a long time.
and it's funny that you say that because now you're making me go back and look at my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I first got into the politics scene, right, I went to the Democrat side and I ran for office on the Democrat side, got to a forum, and I opened my mouth. And the moderator jumps up and says, "You're a fake Democrat. You're not one of us." And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, what? Then I went to the Republican side. The Republican was all playing bass drums, and I was playing a snare, and they didn't like the way, because I wasn't controllable, to switch to a bass drum. And all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I don't fit in there either. So then I came to become that independent, and I'm free.
Yes.
I can say, I can do, I can go, and I don't have to worry about somebody. You're not allowed to say that because that ain't how we sound. I'm like, wait a minute.
You were built to set apart, be set apart.
Right.
Yes.
And so the thing about it is, once a individual accept their uniqueness, that's when they
Flourish.
there you go.
Take off.
That's it.
Is it rocket you to the moon?
You just boom.
Yeah.
No, the sky's the limits, and I think that's something that I love that what you're doing with your books, because it's giving the children to say it's okay. And my daughters, they played basketball in high school. It was so funny. They played basketball in high school. I had two that played in high school and went to college to play. And they was like tennis shoes, shorts, everything, right? But then there was a side of them, they had on high heels and a fancy dress
Yes.
and everything like that. And they was different to the fact where they was talking about how certain one's life was changing when they got into sports. But they was like, I'm not changing. This is who I am. I'm a baller, but I'm also that girl. You know what I'm saying? I wear the dresses and the high heels. I'm a baller. I take them off, put on some tennis shoes, and take you to the court. But I'm still
embracing all sides of yourself.
yes,
Not limiting yourself to one thing. And we have to do that just to be in society.
yes,
So it's good when you know yourself, but you know how to step out and be who you need to be, but then you can bring it on back home.
yes.
Like you need to be a chameleon in this world.
Mm,
You have to.
yes.
You have to. You need to be able to fit in certain spaces and places, and because deals need to be done.
Deals got to get done.
Deals got to get done. But then, but like I said, that's why you have so much alone time, because he's gonna give you what to say. He's gonna word your mouth
Right.
when you in those situations. He's gonna, Lord, you take the wheel. You know what to say.
Yes.
Let it flow from me. And I'm glad that I'm able to sit and listen to him and be in his presence so that he can talk to me and say, this is what you need to say in this situation. Just Dominique, you let me talk. Okay, Lord, you have your way. You have your way. I'm gonna let you do what you do. It's a subtle voice. He started to use a subtle voice.
Right.
Dominique just sit back. Okay, you just have your way, Lord. You just say, yeah.
And
Talk to the people.
Yeah, because that's me. When I get up to speak, I be like, I don't write nothing out. I be like, Lord, I'm gonna open my mouth and you speak. Because if I speak, they ain't gonna want to listen. But if you speak,
Yes.
now speaking of speaking,
Yes.
you're going to be doing something unique this summer with the daycares.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yes. So I'm on a book tour, y'all. So this summer, yes, I'll be visiting daycares and I'll be reading my series to the babies there. So I'm excited about that. I'm also, since it's still early yet, I'll be at a school coming up and reading to those children as well. I want them to be empowered. Before going into the next year, before going to the summer break, I want you to be empowered. If you like to sit in the sandbox and play with your magic wand, because that's what Matthew does in my books, he sits and play, and then you feel like, hey, I could do this. Nobody's gonna laugh at me. Because in the book, Matthew gets up and he does a magic trick, and now everybody want to be his friend. At first, he was in that sandbox doing those magic tricks, and you was laughing at him. But now he's gotten up in front of everybody and does these magic tricks, and now Matthew's like the life of the party, which he never even wanted to be. But I can now instill in you this power. I can give the kids this power that they didn't know they had before. Just being different, those things that people take as differences, those are your superpowers. And so I want to, encourage the children this summer. So I'll be going around to different daycares. I have 5 of them that have already said yes, and I'll be there this summer doing that.
Oh, that is so awesome. Because I think one of the things that our children are not doing anymore is dreaming. They worrying about light bills. They worrying about rent, because they hear the conversations that they should not hear. And so I want them to be able to dream again. What do you want to be? I mean, I came up, I wanted to be at one time, Lone Ranger. I wanted to be Bruce Lee. I wanted, Green Hornet.
Right.
I was able to dream,
Yeah.
and but in my dreaming, I was also taught that can't nobody stop me but me
Mm-hmm.
in that. So no matter what I wanted to do or how I wanted, I'm the only one can stop me. And if I didn't work hard, then shame on me.
Yeah.
It's not what anybody can try to do to me. It's what I do is what messes us up. And so you talked about Matthew, you talked about Riley, you talked about Mike, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's one more there you ain't talked about yet.
Yes. Audie. The awesome Audie.
Yes.
Yes.
Audie.
Audie, that's near and dear to my heart. Audie has autism. And for a lot of people, they make it seem like it's something bad. When in my mind, autism is a superpower. And that's the way I look at it, and that's the way I pretty much tell it. Anyone who I see, oh, they have a superpower.
Right.
Because they just have little quirks. And that's what uniquely us is about. We all got our own little quirks.
Right.
We do. Some people can't be around large crowds. Nobody's shaming them about that.
Right.
Some people are afraid of heights. You're not shaming them. All you're saying is, oh, no. They're afraid of ladders. You trying to pacify them, pacify. So when you're autistic, and for the parents who have autistic children, this is for you as well to know there is a community that supports you. And so I had this student, her name was Autumn, or is Autumn, and her mother said, yes, feel free to liken this character after my child. And she will run to the library where I was to find solace, find peace. And I made this book because I seen the pure heart in her. I seen the love in her. I seen the super intelligence in her. I seen someone who wanted to be loved just like everyone else. And I saw fit for that to be spread, that this isn't something that's a stain on someone. No, I feel like it's a superpower. So that's my book for Awesome Audie. Her little poem is, my autism is my superpower. I see the world a different way, with colors brighter every day. I hear the sounds you may not hear, and notice things both far and near. My thoughts are like a racing train with puzzle pieces in my brain. I build, I wonder, dream, and do, and sometimes need a quiet view. I flap, I hum, I spin with glee. It's just the superhero in me, with super senses, focus strong, and ways of thinking all my own. I may not speak the way you do, but my heart shines so brightly too. So when you see me pause or pace, no, I'm exploring time and space. I'm not a glitch or something wrong. I'm music with a different song. So celebrate the way I soar. My autism's not less, it's more. I'm not broken, strange, or shy. I'm a superpowered kind of kid, unique, brave, and full of grace, with a galaxy inside my space.
That is amazing. And I think that is something that we all have to look at, because you're right. Even a blind child has superpowers. A deaf child has superpowers, and because they other senses just poof.
They're explosive.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think that we have to really just meet the child where they're at and encourage them. Every time I see young men, I tell them, God has called you and gave you a very unique responsibility. He called you to be a protector. He called you to be a husband. He called you to be a father. And don't let no one take that assignment from you. And then I say, if you get confused, go back to the manufacturer, the one that made you, which is God. I tell young girls, God has created you to carry life, to nurture life. you know, to build,
Yes.
because women are builders. And I say, you got to remember your special place, because that's where he has you. And I remember I was talking to some younger ones. Well, I call them younger. They like 18, 19, 20. And I said, before that boy asks you before you get that boy your phone number, ask him where he's going. Because if he don't understand his assignment
Yes.
as a man, then he ain't going to be able to help you.
No, that's good.
Tell him to go back and talk to God, find out his assignment, and then come back.
Yeah.
And then
And if he angry about that, you
Then-
already know.
that means see you later.
Right.
And so I'm loving this, but there's a couple of more we got to talk about.
Is it?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we got a couple more minutes before we end the show.
Okay.
You don't realize I done kept you already 40-some minutes.
Really?
Yes. So we're going to keep going.
Oop.
I want you to, before you bring out your prayer journals,
Mhm.
I want you to talk about what you did in 2020 with the coloring book.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She was like, oh, he finna set me up. Nope.
No, I didn't know where you was going with this. Okay. So, you know, COVID was stressful.
Yes.
COVID was stressful because a lot of people, let's just be honest, we're losing people. It was a time of uncertainty. You didn't know what was going to happen from day to day, right?
Mhm.
You had people who were in jobs, they were essential workers, right?
Yeah.
Had the essential workers. And then you had those who were deemed non-essential, but they really were essential.
Right.
You know, so you had people who were going through all of these different things, and people were literally just trying to find an escape, trying to find a way to deal with the day to day. So I picked up those coloring, the adult coloring books, and I was doing crosswords and stuff. Mind you, my job was considered essential. I was just teaching from home. I was on the computer. All right. But okay, when the school day is over, then what?
Right.
You know, I'm apprehensive. Like, I don't want anybody coming in my house. Wash your hands, take your shoes off at the door, like wear your mask, wear your gloves, all of that, right? So I had to do something to calm my mind. And in doing that, I created these adult coloring books, but it was centered around Christ. And so I created the coloring through hymns. So I had hymns on every other page. So you'll read a hymn, but it'll only be like one verse. But then you start singing that thing. That start getting on the inside of you, right? And then you're coloring. It's a coloring sheet. Most of them are of African American women. That's on the other pages. And then there's a cross. And there's another hymn. And most people who bought them were the mothers of the Baptist churches. Like they love them. Like the older women in the Baptist churches really love the coloring through hymns.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they found solace in that. And so it was a big size, right? Because it was a coloring book. And then I had a coworker that said, I wish I could take this on a plane with me. I'm going to Atlanta to visit my sister in the summer, and I wish it was a smaller size so I could take on a plane with me. And my mother was like, yeah, Dominique, you need a smaller size. Like, we don't need that big coloring book like a kid. Like, make a smaller size that we could take it around. So I have two sizes. So I did make the one so that she could take on the plane. So yeah, I have one that's probably like the size of this.
Okay.
And is more manageable. So, but yeah, people love that. It centers you. And then you have the word that you're getting living on the inside of you as you're coloring. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. You bringing things out I didn't know I was going to talk about.
Oh, yeah. I told you, I'm that type of guy.
It's all right. It's all right.
So
They
let's
need
talk
to hear
about
it.
your prayer journals.
I have the Worshipper's Journal. And then this is my mother's favorite. That's why I brought these.
Okay.
She loves the Heart of the Matter journals, and it's part 1 and 2. I have 2 of those. And they're prayer and reflection journals. My prayer journals came before anything else
Okay.
because I journal all the time. I wake up and journal. I journal before the kids come in the classroom. I'm praying because I need him to lead and guide me. Lead and guide me so I don't say nothing that I shouldn't say to none of these kids, like, Lord, word my mouth. So I'm always journaling. I journal before I go to bed. So I have a journal for it's called Evening Talk with the Lord. I have prayer journals as well. But I know for me, prayer journals have sustained me. They have kept me. They have kept me with a connection to God. So these are my babies.
Okay.
Started with the prayer journals. And when I go to different events, the prayer journals, they want the prayer journal. I just been trying to have uniquely us on the spotlight, but I always got these prayer journals. Yes,
Okay.
because this is what keeps and sustains you. So it has scripture in there, it has prayer journals, and it has scriptures, prayers page, a reflection page, and quotes. Because sometimes we need that extra push.
Yes.
A quote that will sustain me, that will keep me all day long. That quote that like go through my mind, like, okay, he's with me always.
Oh yeah.
Something just that simple can keep somebody going. Something just that simple can keep you from going over the edge. You may have had some doubt about yourself. You may have thought, this is it. I've had it. And then that simple phrase, he will keep me always, will keep you going.
Preacher.
I'm just saying.
So, where can they get these amazing books, prayer journal? How can they contact you as a academic coach?
Sure.
How can they find you?
So you could get all of my journals on Amazon.com. And right now it's a QR code, but I don't think you can see it. But we'll make sure that you can get the information and where you can contact me without me.
If you, we can do it this way. Is there a number or email?
You can email, yes. B.
Okay, B.
Dominique.
Okay.
DOMINIQUE 624
DON.
M.
Oh, DOM.
Yes. So it's BDOMINIQUE.
Okay. B. Hold on. B. Okay, B first, then D.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. DOMIN.
IQUE.
QUE.
624
624.
at Gmail.
Okay. At Gmail.
Yes. So yeah, they can contact me there.
So I'm gonna say it again, so I'll make sure I got it. BDOMINIQUE 624 at Gmail.
Yes.
All right, I just put it.
And then if you go on Amazon, you could just type in Dominique D. Brown and all of my material will pop up.
There it is. I put it on the screen for you guys. Look her up. I'm gonna bring her back.
Okay.
But this time when I bring her back, you guys, I'm taking the gloves off.
Oh, Lord.
I just want her to know the gloves is coming off.
Yeah, I think I can handle it, right? Y'all got my back.
Yeah, they got your back all right. But one guy made a comment that I want to share his comment with you. When we was talking about changing the education system, he said this would keep from leaving kids behind.
He's absolutely correct. I have incorporated some things in my classroom that has brought out the gifts and talents in the children that they didn't know they had. Just to even them getting up and presenting, they were apprehensive at first. They did their first presentation with a segment that I called Tell Me About You. And they were able to use technology. So they were able to bring in memes and everything. They were able to, broadcast and show it on the screen for everybody to see. and it was about them. It was introducing themselves to me, but to everyone else too, right?
Right.
And when I was finished, the people who, so hard and tough, afterwards they said, "Miss Brown, can we do something like that again?" I was like, "For real, you like that?" And they was like, "Yeah, can we do that?" I said, "Because you guys didn't want to get up. Y'all
Right.
didn't want to get up, and I had to force you to do it." But then when they got up, they're like, "Can I go next? Can I go after him?" Yeah, okay. And these are the ones who was shying away. But I introduced technology.
Mhm.
They love technology. You know that. They can't put the stuff down. I introduced to them the meaning of being yourself, and it's okay. I just want to know you.
Right.
Yep, you could put in some of your rap music. I'm not gonna say nothing about it. I'm not gonna judge you. Yes, you can put in some of those memes. And so when I took the pressure off and they could just be themselves and create, they created all semester for me.
Mm.
It wasn't a pulling and tugging. So then when I said, "Okay, I need you to reenact some scenes," they was ready. "Okay, I need you to write a script and then reenact it." They were ready. "I need you to create characters, and I need you to act like this is gonna be a book series, and you make these characters and make the backstories for them." They was all in because I let them be.
Right.
And when I let you be, yes, I'm going to give you all the criteria that I need because I still need that, but I'm gonna allow you to put yourself into it. And when I allowed that, listen, I had educators come to my door and say, "You got him to do work?" Because they see the people who they think aren't gonna get up and present because they won't do it for them. They see them doing it in my class, like, "You got him to work?" Yes, because not only did I make it fun, but I allowed him to be him.
Yes.
And the grades weren't fictional grades.
Right.
It was grades that they earned
Right.
because they put themselves in it. So I absolutely believe when we get the shackles taken off of us, they won't be left behind.
So y'all heard her, right? That's an educator saying, vote for David King so we can be free. Because I mean, that's what it's all about. Government is done got so big, it's in the way, and they want you to do it their way, where we can't do it their way. We have to do it in a way where we can get the best out of everybody. And so, man, this is good because I get to know who you are, and you get to let me say it like this, y'all. When we was backstage, yeah, I'm interviewing her now. But when we was backstage, she drilled me on who I was. And so I'm like, this about you. No, you're an author too. I need to know you as an author too. Who are you? So
This is true. I did say that.
so we had a great time in the back. We had a great time up here. It's almost an hour that we have been on
Wow.
with you guys. You didn't even know that,
I
did you?
did not.
And I'll tell you this, I'm excited to have Evangelist Brown back with me again. When I bring her back, I'm gonna use the evangelist side of her, and we're gonna move the author and stuff out the way, and we're gonna talk some kingdom stuff.
Yes, sir.
But I'm grateful, and I think you guys, y'all need to invest in some of these books. And one of the things that we try to do when it's summertime is make sure our kids still doing learning, still
Yes.
doing math, reading. Buy the books and let them read to you.
Mhm.
And
And then there's activity pages in the back too. Because
too?
yes, it's
Oh,
activity pages in the
That's
back
the
as well.
teacher in her, y'all.
It is, and creative writing pages as well.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
those are the good things because
Yes.
one of the biggest problems that, and as an educator, one of the biggest problems we have is if our children are not reading by the third grade, they're in trouble.
Yeah, because they're building institutions for them.
Yes. Yes. And we want to break the pipeline from school to prison.
Yep.
And we can do that by empowering them and letting them know there's something greater for you out there.
So it's interesting that you said that because that's actually what Mikey, his dissertation was on.
Really?
Yep. The prison pipeline.
Oh, and see, I need to talk to Mikey.
You
now.
do. He needs to come on as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna have to bring Mikey.
Yep.
Up here.
So
with us.
yep. Dr. Blevins is gonna have to come and talk to you about that. Yes.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to talk about. We're gonna have to get him on ASAP.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we have to because a lot of people we're not paying attention to it. We're blaming the kids, but because we don't want to put the energy in to find out how they tick, what they're going through, and a lot of them, I had to share with some. I'm gonna mentor you, but I'm not bringing my mentor level down. I'm bringing you up to where I'm at because if I let you bring me down, then I'm just another, I should say, guy in your circle. But if I bring you up and get rid of your excuses, because it ain't the world, it's you. You know, we can, I got to say this before we get off the air. I was talking to some grown men in their 30s and 40s. And they was talking about all the limitations that we have as a black man. And I said to them, that's your problem. They said, what do you mean? I said, you're a black man. I'm a dark-skinned American.
Okay.
I know my rights. There's no limitation on me. You're gonna let somebody else put a limitation?
I serve a limitless God, so I don't know about y'all, but the sky's the limit. Isn't that what you said?
Yes.
Yes. We have to get that into their psyche.
Right. Because that's just like having a Lamborghini, but then you give it the speed limit of 35.
Not in a Lambo.
Right? You sit there like, I'm a Lamborghini and all I can do is 35 miles an hour.
Putting limits on me?
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't no limits.
Right.
I tell you, you got to be that. I think it's in Germany, the highway where there is no speed limit.
Oh, okay.
That you can just go as fast as the car was meant to go. That's how we got to do our children. We got to empower them that they can go as fast, as far as they want to go. No limitation.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but that's how they do it.
Uniquely made, uniquely us book series. Go get it.
Yeah, there y'all go. Come on, get these book series.
Yes.
The prayer journals,
Coloring.
the coloring books, the coaching. I mean, she's all of that, you guys. And so we just want to thank you guys for tuning in with us. And let me see. I'm gonna have her back real soon. I'm letting y'all know right now. Are y'all out of school yet? Oh, they out of school. She in trouble. she in trouble. They out of school. We would definitely be having her back ASAP. And I hope if Mikey can be with her.
Dr. Blevins.
Dr. Blevins?
Blevins.
Dr. Blevins. I know you watch her page. So I want you to know this. Dr. King is coming for Dr. Blemish. So get ready, sir. We're coming for you. This is Dr. David King along with Evangelist Dominique Brown. Thank y'all for tuning in. Until next time, God bless.
Got one with this one, Melody.
King for governor. King for governor. Governor.
The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right. The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right.
King for governor.
We decide. We decide. And if we don't, nah, we decide.
King for governor.
The people over the parties. The people over politics.
King for governor.
The law of the land includes your voice. We decide. We rise. The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we stand, we stand
King for
together.
governor.
The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right. The people over the parties.
for governor.
How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right.
King for governor. King for governor. Governor. King for governor. King for governor. Governor. King for governor. King for governor. Governor. King for governor.